Turn up the volume, feel the energy tease. Super chats flying, what will Triple C do? Your wildest dreams in a video come true. Friday fun day, let's laugh and let's play. This host makes the world a brighter display. Turn up the volume.
Hey everybody, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Welcome to Friday Fun Day. It's my Friday show. Don't know what I'm going to do with it in the future because the AI thing's not working out, but we'll find something. Today we're going to go through this stack of coverless books that I bought to see if there's anything good in here. And I have not been through these yet, other than, just when I was pulling them out of the packaging and stuff, you notice a few things. But for the most part, they're romance comics, but there's some Marvel stuff in there and stuff like that. So, but we'll look and see what they are and together and try and figure it out and see if I got anything good or not. Also, just got this package in the mail. I think it's my missing comics from an order from a few weeks ago. But we won't have time because this is a huge stack. So join me on Crazy Hungarian's show tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll open the box tonight on Joe's show because I didn't know what I was going to show on Joe's show tonight anyway. And now I got something, so that's cool. I see Razor stopped in earlier. He's always in a rush. I don't know if he's still here, but if he is, hello, Razor. Metarog, hello. Thanks for stopping by. The AI stuff is going away a little bit. I do have stuff pre-made for a while, but this is my last weekend to be able to use it before my subscription runs out. I have canceled it. And so if you want me to make you anything with AI, this may be your last chance. So go ahead, put in a request. I will, if you want a certain cover to be animated, if you want yourself in a video, if you want a song, songs I will be able to do because I'm keeping that one running. But if there's anything that you want me to do, that's what this show is actually about. So let me know. Hey, Tony. But in the meantime, we are going to go through these coverless comics and see what the heck is here. So let me just switch over to the other camera and we'll get started. There they are. That big, beautiful stack of coverless comics. And it looks like I'm going to have to take them off. I thought I could just work on the stack, but the stack is so large that that's not quite possible. So we'll do one at a time here. This is Personal Love, number 5 from 1959. It says Headline Publications. I don't know if that's Charlton. I got Grand Comics Database pulled up here. Let me take a look. Hey, Steve. And my mom is calling me for something or another. Of course she is. Looks like this is from Prize Comics. Yeah, Prize Headline. That makes sense. I remember that. Okay. So no cover. The pages are all there. It looks like the outer fold got kind of mangled up in the back. But this reminds me, my press came yesterday. I did buy a t-shirt press for doing comic books. Since I'm not going to be doing the AI, I went ahead and ordered it ahead of time, since I'll be saving some money doing that. Haven't unpacked it yet. Arrived in good shape. But I need to set up some space to use it and where I want to set it up in the garage. So So anyway, that one is in case you're not uh, normally watching the channel, what I do with these is I try to find the missing pages online and then print them out so that I can have a kind of a Fox copy for my own collection. It would cost too much to do print out an entire comic book, but I don't mind printing out a cover. But I also want the inside covers, so I need to find if that's online and if I can do all those pages or not. I'm gonna go check on my mom real quick. Here is the next one. It's called Girls Love Story. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Girls Love Stories number 87 from 1962. I'm pretty sure this was. Yeah, it says DC right at the top, so it's DC. I'm gonna say. So I know a lot of the romance titles were quality before DC, but this is a DC issue. And again, complete some tears and things like that from. Looks like they've been coverless for quite some time. uh oh, a war comic. Somebody got crazy with coloring in the O's with a pen there, but Sergeant Rock, this is Our Army at War, number 138 from 1964. So, go through this one. Easy's a Lost Sparrow. They went through this entire book and colored in all the O's. Even at the tops of these. Oh well, at least they didn't draw mustaches or something on all the guys. Yeah, looks like that one is all there too. So at least they're complete, other than the covers. The guy threw this one in. I don't think this has any comics in it. Maybe we'll get lucky. Santa's Greetings from Jacob's Downtown Patterson. Open every night to 8:45, Monday through Saturday. Color and Learn Fun Book. So yeah, this is just a Christmas activity book. Santa probably handed these out when you went to see Santa at the department store. I remember getting a couple of things on that order when I was a kid. So no comics, but still pretty cool. I wonder where Jacob's Downtown Patterson is. I don't know. I don't know what that is. So if anybody knows, let me know. And this one looks like it's not folded over in the correct place here. Oh, this one actually has a cover. They just thought it was coverless because it was folded back. Classics Illustrated Junior, still in really poor condition. With the same person colored in all the O's, I assume. A little bit of coloring in on the pages with an ink pen, unfortunately. Well, it's in poor condition, but it is all there. At least it's got a cover, so that's kind of neat. Maybe we'll get lucky and so there'll be some more in here like that. Yeah, Patterson, New Jersey. That I knew of a Patterson somewhere, but I couldn't think of where it was. This one, I don't know what this one is. Looks like a copy of like Merry Melodies and Looney Tunes, possibly. But the outer centerfold is missing as well. It's got Sniffles and Mary Jane in there. Porky Pig. Unfortunately, the stories don't have titles. If they had titles, I'd be able to look up the story title and figure out what issue this is on Grand Comics database. But without story titles, that's hard to do. So that one's missing. At least the cover. I didn't do a page count because I saw it was missing, but 4, 6, 8. 44. So I was missing, one outer fold and the cover. So gonna have to put that in a different pile. I'm setting them into piles. Have to put that one in. That one's gonna require research to even figure out what it is. This one's got a cover as well. Hey Matt, we are going through what's supposed to be a pile of 9 pounds of coverless comics, but there's a few that have a cover. So same guy again, colored in all the zeros on the cover. Really kind of ratty condition, but it's Our Army at War 134, 1963. And I did overpay for these a little bit because I didn't realize the guy didn't have flat rate shipping going on. And when he ran these, I jumped on them and unfortunately didn't realize that the shipping had jumped up to almost $20 because it was 9 pounds. So I got ripped off on shipping a little bit, but here's a giveaway. Tommy Gets the Keys, A Guide to Better Driving, presented by the B.F. Goodrich Company. And again, the guy colored in all those O's for some reason. He does not like O's. Roger, you collect these. Do you have this one? Centerfold's a little loose at the top. Staples. Some foldovers and rips and tears. He does have this one. Alright. So that one's actually complete too because it's just got a paper cover. So far we got 3 complete issues including covers and 3 complete issues without covers and 1 that's a mess. Here's another one that's not folded in the right place. With a little luck. Oh, nice. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, 115. So maybe I didn't get too ripped off if there's enough of there that have covers. Great cover. Superman's being a dick again. And he colored in the O. This one's from 1968 as well. People ask me if there's really a super turtle. There he is. And it is complete. And it's not in... I mean, it's not in great condition, but it's not in terrible condition either. I definitely get ones that I pay $1 for that are in worse condition than this. So that may be the score of the pile right there. But then again, this looks like it's Felix the Cat. So no issue number. Joe Blow. So it's all there. It's 32 pages without the cover. And this is one I can probably figure out what it is because I can look up the story titles. Hopefully. Of course, it also happens that sometimes the kids comics aren't indexed all that well either. Oh, here it is. Possibly this one. Pat Sullivan's Felix the Cat, number 23. Toby Press from 1951. Had a cool fishing cover on it. Assuming this is the right issue. Oh, might not be. It doesn't have any Joe Blows listed as being in that issue. But the only place it has that being listed as being reprinted is in a 1991 series. I don't think this is from 1991. This is too... Look that one up. See if it's got a Joe Blow in it. No, it does not. Alright, so not entirely sure where this one's from. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't click on the issue number. I clicked on the title. So this is Felix the Cat, number 61 from Toby Press, 1955. There we go. And Joe Blow's in there, activity page. And yep, that's it. Alrighty. Here is Bugs Bunny. Misplaced my magnifying glass. There we go. 1959, number 66. Dig That Demon. A little bit of mold starting on the back, looks like, maybe. Oh, it's got a wormhole right there, too. Something ate through there. See the hole? But should be a fun read anyway. Here is another romance comic, Heartthrobs, number 78, 1962. So that would be DC. Got poetry in here. All right, well, it is complete, just missing the covers. Another romance. Charlton Comics give you more. So this is a Charlton. Let's see anything saying what title it is. We can figure that out again by putting the story title in there, I think. Charlton Comics give you more confessions. Looking for story title. Confession. Wow, a lot of series had story titles had confession in the title. Let's try a different story title, just for kicks. See if we have a little bit better luck there. Probably just a run-of-the-mill issue, but you never know. It could be like a number 1 or something. Alright, I have... That story was used, that title has been used quite a few times too, but I have a Charlton comic called Brides in Love. But I don't think it's this issue. Because according to this index, this starts off with a different story than what this one does. And there's a just for kicks in that issue, but it does not list it as a reprint. And it's got a different job number, so that's not it. Look for another one. Ah, My Secret Life. I think I saw that in one of the headers, so it's probably this one. Yep, starts off with confession. So this one is My Secret Life, number 40 from 1961. And oh, this one looks like it is a mess. This one's missing half the. It's got a back cover, but it's missing half the comic. Yeah, there's only 24 pages here. Yeah, I don't think it even matters to figure out what this one is because it's so much of it's missing that it's just forget about it. Heartthrobs, number 70, 1961. So that would be another DC. And again, it is all there, so that's good. Stuffy or Stubby? One of those. And this looks like it is called Sweethearts, but I don't know the issue number. It is all there, so since it doesn't have it would have had the indicia on the cover. I'm assuming that's a Charlton, but should be able to look up here once again. The story title, The Man I Love. And look for the title, Sweethearts. actually more than one page of stories that use that title. Here we go. Sweethearts, number 49 from 1959. And second story is called The Wrong One. Let me see if that's correct. Yes. So these might be pretty hard to find missing pages for, because I don't know how extensively the romance comics have been scanned and are available online. Sweethearts, number 49, 1959. Another romance comic. This one is Girls Love Stories, number 58, 1958. DC, I believe. Different kind of logo up there, but yeah, it's got the National Romance Group logo. Never saw that logo before myself. So that's kind of interesting. See if I can get you a better look at it. It's kind of like the Superman logo that they used to have, except it's got a heart in the middle. And of course, as everybody knows, DC used to be called National, so. And that one's all there as well. There we go. Superman, Batman, with all the zeros colored in yet again. And they got the B and the A's colored in as well. Anything with a hole in it. World's Finest Comics, number 169, 1967. The Supergirl Batgirl plot. Got a little staining on the bottom there. That's okay. Centerfold's loose. But that's okay. Uh-oh. I think the centerfold's missing. No, jumps from 13 to, well, yeah, continue down on the 5th page following, so, but the story's complete, but there's 4 filler pages missing in the middle. So that one's missing some pages. Oh, I don't know what pile I want to put that one in. It's not complete, but it needs work. So I guess I'll put it in this one. Donald Duck. Hey, Mike. Did you even know that you're my hero? Okay. Saga of Sourdough Sam. I had that story once upon a time. No indicia, but with the Disney comics, we always have the story codes we can rely on. This is probably Donald Duck number 62. I just read that story recently. And it is all there. You can get a seven gigantic dinosaurs up to 4 feet tall for $1. Genuine toss-up feet actions, molded one-piece quality latex, completely inflatable. So they're balloons. Oh, that's cool. And another Donald Duck. This one's missing a big chunk up here, but it's... Oh, this is actually a Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. Front page is a mess. Big rip, big chunk missing. This is volume 13, number 4, which I believe is number 148 from 1953. Blue Bed Wolf Story. Pluto Christmas Story. Little Hiawatha. Some Donald Duck strips. Dumbo Christmas text story with Mickey and Minnie in there, and Chip and Dale. Grandma Duck Christmas Story. Some more Donald Duck comic strips. Mickey Mouse, the Miracle Master. It's a part of a story, I believe. And I lost page count, but I think it's all here. Except for the cover, of course. Confessions of the Lovelorn by Best Syndicated Features. So, don't know who the publisher of that is off the top of my head. And I think there's an issue number hidden here in amongst the rips at the bottom. Number 110 from 1960. American Comics Group. Interesting. I don't have very many American Comics Group comics. Oh, it had a painted cover. That was pretty cool when it had a cover. It is all there other than the cover, though, so that's cool. Here is another romance, Secret Hearts. ACG, yeah, you were correct, Roger. Secret Hearts 76 from 1967. That's another DC comic. Oh, well, it's got a back cover if that's the cover. And judging by what the very edge of it looks like in the cover that I'm seeing online, I believe that is the actual back cover. Because I can see the coloring that's running along here. Well, maybe not. It might not be. I can't tell. See if the index includes the ads or not. It does. And it is not these. So this is not the back cover to this comic. You can get an exploding army hand grenade for $1. But they wouldn't sell kids back then. So that cover will go in the scrap pile since it doesn't belong with that comic. My Romantic Adventures. Best syndicated features. This is number 162 from 1959. And that is also ACG, it looks like. Number 152. Nope, only went up to 138. Am I reading it wrong? 102. 102. 1959, June. Yep, that's it. By Ogden Whitney. Did not know he did romance. But I don't know hardly anything about romance comics, so these will be a reading experience for me at some point. And I'm talking and I lost count again. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, it's all there. Minus the cover. If you see my hand going in and out, it's because my phone's up there and I'm watching messages and swiping. Just got a payment from Green Lantern Comics. Thank you, sir. You have an awesome weekend as well. This is Archie, number 117 from 1961. That's cool. Archie, I should have been twins. Can't make up his mind between Betty and Veronica as usual. Oh, definitely got some something missing here. Something going on. Okay, so This is still here, but for some reason it got ripped out and then stuck in there. And then there's just a little piece along the edge missing. Somebody wanted that coupon and then changed their mind, I guess. They wanted those Revolutionary War soldiers. So, kind of complete. Kind of a nasty tear up there at the back, at the top. It's a little bit missing. So you can't quite read the word balloon. Here is My Romantic Adventures. Again, this one's 116 from 1961. So we already found out that was ACG. Nice art in this one. That's all there. Falling in Love, number 50 from 1962. This is DC Comics. So this one has the DC Superman National Comics logo on the top there. So that's complete. Another Falling in Love. This is number 48, 1962. DC Comics with the heart instead of the DC symbol there in the logo. And that one's all there as well. This one is My Romantic Adventures, number 101 from 1959. One's got a cowboy in it. And that one's all there, but I want to back up and check out this Rocket Radio ad. Rocket Radio, no tubes, no batteries, no electricity. Listen to your favorite radio program with this wonderful Rocket Radio. Fits in the palm of your hand, needs no tubes, batteries, or electricity. Can't disturb others. No one can listen but you. Attach the serial to your alarm clock and listen in bed. No one will hear it or even know you are listening. Speaker fits snugly in your ear. Simply attach serial clip to bare metal line like telephone dial, TV set, or fan. Adjust the tuner and listen. You'll have great fun with this radio. It's just like grandfather's old crystal set, combined with the modern look of today's moon missiles. The germanium diode powered radio will pick up your strongest local station. Children 6 to 60 will thrill to it. Only $3.98 postage paid. 10-day money back guarantee. Order one today. So you were supposed to, so it comes with a alligator clip. You're supposed to clip to a bare metal wire in order to power it. Interesting. Personal Love, Volume 3, Number 2. Headline publication, so that would be Prize Comics again. This is 1959. That's exactly what I was thinking, Steve. Here is Girls Love Stories, number 67, 1959. Another DC Comics from the National Romance line. I have a feeling that after I read all these romance comics, I will never need another romance comics ever again. Starting to think that's Stubby instead of Stuffy, but still can't quite tell for sure. No indicia in this one. Not sure where it comes from. Oh, there it is. It's folded over in the wrong spot. This is a number 1, Personal Love, 1959, by Headline Publications. So that would have been Prize Comics again. This one is folded completely in the wrong spot, backwards. So it does look like it's all there. So we already saw the back half. And they even wrote their name on there thinking this was the front page when this was actually the front page. So they got this secondhand, probably, because it was already folded in the wrong spot when they got it. I guess we can't blame Stubby or Stuffy after all. Standard Comics doesn't say what the title is. It is there except for the covers. So let's see if we can figure out what title it is by doing a title search again. I Need Your Kisses. Huh. Oh, that's not the same one. I was thinking of it was number 1, but that's the other one. So this is what? I Need Your Kisses, number 15. No, New Romances, number 15. It was a photo cover. It's from 1953. And here is single page from an Archie comic. No idea if that matches up with anything that's in here or not, but that's all that's there. Here is Falling in Love, number 44, 1961. Looks like a DC comic, yep. This one's got a wormhole in it, too, in the corner. These were definitely out in a barn or something at some point, looks like. And you can see the hole there. Right here on the end. It's not as bad on this side. Just a little pinprick on that side. And there's either a centerfold missing or I counted wrong. 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16. And I counted wrong. It's all there. Charlton Comics. Don't know the title. Yeah, this one's missing a centerfold. And looks like the title is probably Secrets of Love and Marriage, with this being written up here, or possibly Love and Marriage. All right, Best Man title comes up with too many entries, so we're going to try Blinding Hate. There we go, only one title. That Secrets of Love and Marriage, number 16, 1959. All right, well, we haven't been finding many ones with the covers still on there, so. Here is Secret Hearts, number 61 from DC. Got a nasty chunk missing out of the front page there. But it is complete. Here is Personal Love from Prize Comics. This is 1959. Is all there. Getting a little tired of these romance comics, but I know there's some other stuff in here, so I know I saw some Marvel at one point. Don't know what this is. And I still don't know what this is, even though there's a couple of house ads in there. It doesn't mention the publisher in them. But it's the same publisher that did High School Romance, whatever that publisher is. Harvey. That was a surprise. True Bride to Be Romances number 29 from Harvey Comics. Says that the artist on this first story might be Joe Simon. They do have a question mark next to it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go a little further into this one, make sure I'm looking at the right one. Strange Romantic Customs, Engagement Ring, Mail Order Romance. Yeah, this is the right one. Oh, there's a statement of ownership. That would have told me. All right. Never had a Harvey romance before, so that's interesting. Not real interesting, but a little bit interesting. True Bride to Be Romances. '29, 1958. And here's another DC Girls Romances number 79 from 1961. It's all there. Here is another Charlton Square Kind of Love. And this is An issue of Teen Confessions, it looks like. Teen Confessions number 11 from 1961. Next up is another DC, Secret Hearts, number 74 from 1961. And it is all there. Well, here's something a little cooler. Patsy and her genie. So this is one of the Patsy titles from Marvel. Stan Lee and Al Hartley goodness. And other than the cover, it is all there, but I don't know what issue it is. So once again, back to Grand Comics database to look up the title, Patsy and Her Genie. And it was only printed once. Patsy Walker, number 104 from 1962. Oh, I would consider that a minor score, since the Patsy Walkers are really hard to find. This was an old 24 center. 24 center. I'm sorry, 12 center. I don't know why I said 24. So that's kind of cool. Here is probably Charlton, looks like, since the title's up there at the top. Sweetheart Diary. Is all there. A New Life, New Love. See if we can figure out the issue number. Yep. Sweetheart Diary, number 46, 1959. Here's a Nancy. Nope, not a Nancy. Tip Top Comics, number 217 from 1959. Dell Comics are good comics. For some reason, this has a wayward staple right here going crosswise. Not sure why that is. Doesn't go through the whole book. Peanuts, nice. Captain and the Kids. And it is all there, except for the cover, of course. I want to try and find out what's going on with this staple. There's the end of it, if I want to get it off of there. And it does have its regular staples, at least at the bottom. So I'll probably try and get that off there. That's cool. I like that mostly because of the Peanuts story. I haven't read the Peanuts comics stories, so that looks very cool. Kind of early style Peanuts a little bit. But this isn't comic strips either. This is a new story that was made for the comics, so that's cool. I would say that's a find like that. Nellie the Nurse. I don't believe there was a whole lot of issues of that title. It is all there. It's written by Stan Lee. No title, so I don't know if I can figure out what issue this is. Dr. Dingbat. Well, there was one issue of Nellie the Nurse in 1957, and there were 36 issues of Nellie the Nurse comics from 1945 to 1952. Judging by the comics we've been getting, I'd say this is 1957 probably. So let's take a look at the number one. Dan DeCarlo art on the cover, which I don't have. If I did, I'd know what it was. Of course, the one story that had a title was the one on the inside cover. So, first line of dialogue. Hi, Nellie, off duty. Nope, that's not it. And that would have been one page anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. Okay, so it's not the number one from 1957, it's one of the earlier ones. All right, that one's going to take some research. I won't do it now because it's going to take a while, but I'll be able to figure out with the first line of dialogue if it's consistently in there. It's not the last issue because I just checked that one. So that one's going to take some research. Here's Leave It to Binky. Thick DC Comics issue. Doesn't say What number? It is all there, 48 pages without the covers, but nothing was titled, so it's going to be hard to figure out which one that one is too. It's going to take some research, although it's got an ad in here for Adventures of Bob Hope, number, I can't see an issue number. If I look up that cover, that'll tell me like what month this probably is from. But again, that one's going to take some research. And some more romance. Yay. Ugly Duckling, All for Love. Published bi-monthly by Feature Publications, 1959, Volume 3, Number 1. Not sure who the publisher is there either. Prize Comics, okay. Oh, I'll have fun doing it. It's just gonna be long and boring. I'm sure this show's long and boring enough without me doing that. It's all there. Looks like some of the centerfolds were loose on the staples in the middle. Another. Oh, it's got a back title. It's just missing the front cover. It was pink. And it was Charlton. Secrets of Young Brides. So all there. So I haven't seen the cowboy in a long time. Secrets of Young Brides. Count Your Blessings. It's the title. Secrets of Young Brides, number 18 from 1960. And Daffy Duck, number 83, 1973. That's a more recent one. Daffy Duck, Wile E. Coyote, and the Roadrunner. It's complete except for the covers. I don't think I've got this one. None of the stories looked familiar, so that'll be a fun read. Donald Duck. This looks like another Walt Disney Comics and Stories. So this is 1951, number 133 of Walt Disney Comics and Stories. Donald Duck. Look how mad the nephews are there. Little bad wolf with a wizard. Mickey Mouse. All there except for the covers. Big section of Donald Duck comic strips in this one. That's not. They don't usually put a bunch of them in together like that. Giant Lois Lane, Superman's Girlfriend, number 86, 1968. Back cover and spine are still there. It's just missing the front. All wedding issue featuring Lois's schemes and dreams to marry Superman. And the filler inner strikes again on this one. Looks complete. There's not 100 pages, but maybe it wasn't a 100-pager. I think it's all there. This is another thick one. Missing some pages, it looks like, and ripped up pretty badly. This is one long story. It looks like Alibaba, so this maybe is a classic illustrated. Don't know. No ads or anything like that in there. This is the end on this last page, but this isn't the start. It doesn't look like at the beginning. So maybe it starts on the inside cover of whatever it is. I don't know what this is. Lois was an 80-pager. Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Um, I don't know what this is. Could be a Classics Illustrated, but the art style doesn't remind me of Classics Illustrated, so it could just be like a one shot or something too from somebody. Don't know. That goes in the unknown pile. Betty and Veronica Archie Giant series. This one again's got a folded over cover, so it is complete, I think. And I lucked out. Archie Giant $4.98, 50-cent cover. Yep, all there. Got another complete comic, so that's cool. At least I got a little something from my money. Woody Woodpecker, number 160, I think that says. Yep, 1977. So he's a superhero. So all there. And here's a Casper. It's got tape on this one. But that front page looks like it's torn off the staples, so somebody taped it onto it. Looks like fun stories in here. Counted 46 pages, but that can't be right. That would only leave 50. That would leave one page missing. So there might be a page missing. But I could have counted wrong too. And if these are the Giants, then it's probably a TV Casper and Company, since Herman and Catnip and Baby Huey and stuff were in here as well. So this first page looks like it belongs, but there's no title on it. Oh, there is. That is the title. Going, Going, Gone. Oh wow! Who'd have thunk there were so many titles with called that? Let's see, TV Casper. There is a TV Casper and Company, number 33, 1971. Would have been a baseball cover. That would have been cool. Going, Going, Gone, and then the second chapter is Three Bad Wishes. Yep. TV Casper and companies are a little hard to find too, so if I can find what's missing, that I would consider that kind of a minor score as well. Little Archie in Animal Land. Oh, there wasn't very many of those. I am number 17 from 1957. Skunk Story by Bob Bowling. And it is complete other than the covers, so that's the score. And this is Have Gun Will Travel, number 4, 1950, or 1960. 1960. That cover is on here, but the front cover is missing. Big chunk out of that front page too, but doesn't go into the story panels, so that's good. One of the greatest westerns of all time is Have Gun Will Travel. Definitely a show you need to watch if you've never seen it. All there, that back cover really wants to fall off. It's barely hanging on that top staple. That's cool. And here's an unknown romance comic. Looks like it's missing the outer page as well. Yep, so missing an outer page and the cover. Don't know what it is. And probably not going to work that hard to complete it, so I'm going to put that in the junk pile. Here is Young Romance, Volume 12, Number 5, feature publication. So that would have been Prize Comics again, 1959. Yeah, Have Gun Travel was such a great show. I just discovered it a few years ago. I'd never seen it growing up or anything, and it's just so well written compared to most of the westerns. They actually took some time and thought into it being a good story. So this one's complete, and this one may have been thrown in there just because it was falling apart so badly. But because it's got both covers, so Mickey Mouse in High Tibet. This is 4-color, number 387, 10 center, 1953. So that's cool. Definitely one I would need to laminate the covers on if I don't already have it. Gotta check on that. Ooh, big Big chunk missing there into the panels. That's bad. And that page just, centerfold just ripped out just from me turning the page there. I guess I need to slow down a little bit. And my camera keeps going to sleep even though I'm recording. Hopefully it's still going. I don't know why my my laptop keeps going to sleep. So I think it's all there, but in very poor condition. But that's okay. 80-page giant, World's Finest, number 179, 1968. Again, the notorious space filler villain strikes again. Looks like it's probably all there except for the covers. The origin of the Superman-Batman team-up. Power Man. That's Power Man. Mightiest team in the world. All right, yeah, 80 pages there. All Batman, Superman team ups. So looks like some classic stories in there. That's cool. Well, here's a more recent Marvel, Battlestar Galactica. I just recently completed my set of Battlestar Galactica, so I don't really need this one. 1979. Looking for the issue number. Back then, Marvel used to bury them in the small print. There it is, number 4. So all there other than the cover, and I know I don't need this one, so I guess I will start a new stack, I guess. Ones that are readable, but I don't need it. Spidey Super Stories introducing Nova. Back cover is present. Spidey number 25. So I'm assuming it's issue number 25. It's still going even though it's going to sleep on my end. Okay, that's good to know. So the Spidey Super Stories are fun. And kind of definitely interested in seeing what the cover to that looks like. Here's another Battlestar Galactica. This is number 6. Back covers on this one. So all there except for the front cover. But again, one I do not need. Captain America, same thing. Back cover is here. This is number 235 from 1979. Written by Roger McKenzie, Sal Buscema, and Jack Abel doing the art. Daredevil in there. And it is complete other than the front. But this one is not. What is this? Other romance that's missing in outer cover, looks like. Love at First Sight, printed in Canada. This was folded in the wrong spot once again. Little tiny piece of the cover still left hanging on there. Not anymore. Okay, so this is a Love at First Sight. We know that much. And it is all there despite first impressions. So, back to Grand Comics database once again. See if we can find the story title. Scandal Followed Her. And Love at First Sight was published by Ace Magazines. Thank you, Roger. You beat me to it. This is number 18 from 1952. I believe. Just gonna check the second story title, make sure that matches as well. Yes, Because I Petted. Alrighty. Alright, we are making progress. We are past the halfway mark. Wow, this one's really tore up. But I think the cover is here. Oh, it just fell off. Definitely gonna have to laminate this one. The Secret Hearts from DC Comics. They also use that heart logo on the cover. I never knew that. Never seen so many romance comics before, so never seen that before. That's kind of cool. I've lost him. He's never spoken to me the way he's speaking to her. Oh dear. He had a contents page inside the cover. That's kind of cool. Too bad it's got this big old rip through the front page there. Finally find one with a cover and it's got a big old rip. Oh, there's the same panel in there. They use that as the cover. All right. Well, it's mostly complete. Here's a really beat up Archie. This is really bad. Looks like they may have tried to glue the edge of it at one point or something. Pieces are falling off as I speak. Get your copy of Archie's Girls and Betty's from Veronica Annual number 3 on sale now. That would tell me what year it is, I guess. That loose page that I had earlier might go to this. Looks like a Jughead comic. Oh, big chunk out of that one. Veronica as a tattooed lady. Alright, well, that one's going to go in the... I don't think that was worth trying to save. Meet Miss U.S. by Stan Lee and the other Stan. So this looks like probably another Patsy and one of the Patsy line of books, whatever it is. Or, oh, Millie the Model. Maybe it's Millie the Model. Stan Drake, that was the other guy's name. Alright. All there. Looks like it's probably a Millie the Model, but could be like Millie and Chili or something like that. Look up the title. Meet Miss U.S. Millie the Model, number 21 from 1963. So, And here's another Archie. This one's got, well, the back cover is loose, so it may or may not be this Archie. I don't feel like this is a whole comic either. Maybe this is part of the other one. Well, not now, because the other one was Jughead. This is the Archie story. Yeah, there's only 20 pages of story here. But it could be, because most of this is Jughead. No, they don't match up, I don't think. So that's incomplete as well. Too bad. Here's a cover. Dennis the Menace. Got the top ripped, but number 33, 1959. I'll take it. He's using the screwdriver to take the legs off the screwdriver stand in the hardware store. That's good. That's a disaster waiting to happen. And all there. So that's a score. I'll take that. Bugs Bunny and Lumberjack Jackrabbit. Oh, this looks like a 4-color to me. Yep, Bug Bunny one shot number 307. So this is Del 4-color 307. Uh, 48 pages, so it would have been 52 pages with the covers. That's probably correct. So that's not too bad. Should be able to find covers for that one. Heartthrobs number 60, 1959 issue from DC. And that one's all there except for the covers. So luckily this wasn't just a big pile of incomplete comics. There's been relatively few issues that weren't identifiable. Secret Hearts number 55, 1959, also DC Comics. And 32 pages, so that's all there. And this one's got a back cover and a little tiny bit of fold over from whatever the front cover used to be that's been folded over into the back, trying to get it out without ripping it off. Volume 6, number 4, Young Love, 1962. And I think this is Pines again. Not sure. Or Standard, I mean. Who published Sick? That's who the publisher is. Prize Comics. That's who I was looking for. So, prize headline. And this is Donald Duck again, but it's too thick to be Donald Duck, so it's probably Walt Disney Comics and Stories. Yep. Number 144 from 1952. Classic Donald Duck Uncle Scrooge story, or Uncle Scrooge has too much money, it won't fit in his bin, so Donald Duck talks him into going on a road trip and spending a bunch of his money and showing him how to do it. A little bit wolf story. Grandma Duck with Gus Goose and the mice from Cinderella. Little Hiawatha. I always thought that was weird that the mice from Cinderella lived with Grandma Duck, but whatever. Mickey Mouse comic strip, text story, more Mickey strips, Donald Duck strips, and Mickey Mouse in the Mysterious Pill Plot. That does not look familiar to me at all. Mickey's a little oddly drawn, so not sure who the artist is there. But it's complete, other than the covers, so that's cool. Bill Boyd Western. Who published Bill Boyd? Was it Fawcett? It was Fawcett. So don't have an issue number. Let's see what's all here first. Cool art. Oh, some chewed up pages here a little bit, but they're complete. Just got folded up and ripped a bunch. Not sure if that's complete. Not even sure if this is the first story, actually. It looks like this could be folded over wrong. That's the middle. Yeah, I guess it is. They just bound them different or something. Bill Boyd Western, number 13, 1951. Well, maybe not. Unless that wasn't the front of the comic. Well, according to this is the last story in the book. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages. Listed as being 8 pages. This is more than 8 pages. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Convict Carrier only has one printing listed, and it being 8 pages. This is more pages than that. So let's try a different story. We'll try Pistol Packin' Patty, custom made. That says it's Bill Boyd Western number 13 as well. But according to this, the first story is The Arrow of Adventure, which was 10 pages, followed by half a quiz page. So either the information on Grand Comics database is wrong, which wouldn't be the first time I've run into that, or this is just something else entirely that they did not have the information for. But this does look, it does have this story in it. It's got this story listed next to it. We'll just back up and see. Maybe there is some pages missing. Singing Sidwell. Okay, this is matching so far, including the ad. So probably is 13. Hammerhead is there. This is supposed to be Cemented Relations, 7 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. This is the middle. It's missing some centerfold pages. All right, so what was before? Windy was 4 pages. 1, 2, Okay, so it's missing a centerfold. The Black Market pages back. Black Market Bandits was 7 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fights the Black Market Bandits. Fighting words, Brainbuster. That's here. Quiz, yes. Doesn't list the double bubble ad. And then you have the Arrow Adventure, which was 10 pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Looks like this is the front. So it's missing a centerfold and it's missing some outer pages as well. So I'm missing quite a bit on that one, unfortunately. That's too bad. That would have been a good find. But it's missing quite a bit. Here's a Strange Adventures, but it's missing some pages. I got 44 pages, but there's definitely at least some outer pages missing. So, see, if it was a 52-page comic, it would be missing one outer fold and the cover. See if we can figure out what number it is by the story titles. Oh, if this is right, it's an early one. Strange Adventures number 5, 1951. And that's what it looks like. So that's cool. Missing a outer pages, but that's early enough where it'd be worth printing out the extra page as well as the cover, I think. So that's kind of a find. Wish it had more pages, but here's another one from Prize Headline, Personal Love, Volume 2, Number 6, 1959. Folds, that's not too bad. So that's all there except for the cover. Here is the back cover of something. Subscription for Classics Illustrated or Picture Progress. So something for that may go with that thick one that was possibly a Classics Illustrated, but I wasn't sure. Don't know. Here is House of Mystery, number 59, 1957. And only got 28 page count, so missing a centerfold. Yep. The story ends and then there's not a beginning for this story, so missing a centerfold and a cover. But it's House of Mystery, so probably worth doing that one extra set of pages. Missing centerfold. And Donald Duck again. Subscription crease running through there. Definitely missing something besides the cover. This is Walt Disney Comics and Stories because it's got a Little Bad Wolf in it. So, yeah, this is missing quite a bit then. So I'm probably missing the cover and an outer. Yeah, 28 pages. So missing the outer cover. So don't know what issue that is either. The Right of Way War. Outlaws of the West. So that one's there, but we don't know what number it is. Let me see what I can find with a title search. The Right of Way War. All right. Does not. Oh, I left out the T in right. Hold on. Outlaws of the West, number 21. Yep, that's it. 1959, that was from. A lot of cover printing in my future if I can find them. Falling in Love, number 30, 1959 DC comic. Big chunk missing on that one, though, so I'm just going to throw that in the junk pile. Here's a title you don't see every day, Wilbur. In that old black magic. Some classic Katie Keene in there by Bill Wagon. This is 1949 pinup calendar. So this is either 1949 cover date or 1948. Let's see. Yeah, it's an oldie. Wilbur Comics, number 23, 1949. Cool. That's a find. I'll take that all day long. Wish they were all that old. First Love. Is complete except for the covers. I believe that's a Harvey comic, judging by that house ad that was in there. First Love Illustrated, perhaps. Guess I gotta go by the story title. Pick up the pieces. Pick Up the Pieces was a story in First Love Illustrated, number 87, 1958. And those other titles are in here too, so that is the issue. And we're almost done. Few issues left. Here is Charlton Comics. Got a back cover, but no front cut. I don't know if I've ever seen the Santa Claus one before. I've definitely seen the dog and the girl before on their own, but I don't know if I've ever seen the Santa in a 3-1 like that. Secrets of Young Brides, this is. So, missing the front. Just got to figure out what issue it is. I imagine there's a lot of titles that say mail order bride, so we're going to look for a different one. The Price of Love. And we're looking for Secrets of Young Brides. Looks like number 24 from 1961. Hey, Joe. I am going through a bunch of coverless comics, figuring out what they are. I bought them sight unseen, and it's mostly romance, but occasionally something else. And here's another Archie. This one actually has the number on it. This is number 68 from 1954. If we're lucky, all the pages are there. And we're lucky. It's all there except for the cover. Although the outer pages are pretty beat on that one. No, that's one I already did. I'm sorry. Grabbed them from the wrong pile. And here's another one that looks like it's folded over instead of actually being coverless. Yes. Confessions of the Lovelorn. Excellent cover by John R. from American Comics Group. Number 107. See if that's a Romita cover. Nope. John Rosenberger is the cover artist. Gonna actually move this stack that we've gone through to get some light on the cover there so you guys can see him. I didn't realize I've been looking at Grand Comics Database so much that I haven't had my view screen up, so I didn't realize I was blocking the light. The Girl No Man Wanted. All right, all there. So I got a complete romance comic out of here. That's cool. think that's the first one in here that was actually still had a cover for the romance books. Couple left to go through. Here is Girls Romances number 76, 1961, DC comic. Yeah, that one was a score. Most of these are garbage. But I'll still find covers for them and print them out for the ones that are all here. All right, that one's all there. So if I can find them, if they're online. Looks like it's got some loose center folds, but that's not too bad. Here's A Girl in Love, number 70, 1961. That would be DC Comics again. And 32 pages, so it's all there, not counting the covers. Got a little bit of a printing flaw down there in the indicia, but that's all right. All right, one more after this one. This one still's got a back cover, so nice ad back there for the DC Romance line. This is Secret Hearts, number 62, 1960. I'm pretty sure that's going to be all there. Johnny Mathis, Bobby Darin, Diane Baker. Who's Diane Baker? Do not know. Anyway, all there except for the front cover. And last book in the lot was this one, which looks like it is not folded in the right spot, but also does not have a cover. That's the right spot. Just one off by one page, I think. So definitely a romance book. A big chunk missing there, so that's going to go in the garbage pile. But still go through it, see if we can get any clues as to what it is. That's the same story that was in that other one. Is it the same issue? That would be weird. This story is the same as well. And then it's actually this cover is illustrating this story. All right, let's go back. It's this issue, but incomplete, or unless it was reprinted somewhere. But so this was, as far as I can tell, this was Confessions of Lorn 107 as well. But because it's got panels missing, pages missing, and the cover missing, I'm just going to throw that in the garbage pile as well. So what did we end up with? We ended up with 2 coverless copies of Battlestar Galactica, which I do not need. This small pile of basically junk comics because there's either unidentifiable or too many pages missing. this pile of ones that are missing covers and perhaps a few other pages that I believe are salvageable by me just printing out pages or covers. At least they're good enough for my collection. Scores were Wilbur, number 23 from 1949. And then there was that Strange Adventures comic too. Oh, here's a House of Mystery, but it's missing the centerfold. And Strange Adventures number 5 from 1951. Those are the bigger finds in that pile. And then we also had this short pile of complete comics that included the covers. So because they were folded completely back, the guy that sold them thought they were coverless, but they weren't. Confessions of the Lone 107, Dennis the Menace, Mickey Mouse 4-color, Betty and Veronica, Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, that's cool. Giveaway comic, Tommy Gets the Keys, Our Army at War, and Classics Junior. So, I don't know. I don't really feel like they were worth probably what I paid because I had to pay like $20 in shipping almost. Plus another, I don't know, maybe $6-7 I think I paid for the whole pile. But still, it was fun going through them. It'll be fun reads. There's a lot of funny animal comics and stuff in there that I'll enjoy. So, and it was fun. But it's better than this guy just throwing them in the garbage. So, which would have been a definite possibility because the guy I bought them from Whatnot, but the guy doesn't normally sell comics, so he didn't know what he has and has not got. He did sell what he cleans out storage units, so sometimes he gets comics and then he just sells them for whatever he can get. And that's pretty much it. Tonight on Crazy Hungarian Show, I will be showing whatever is in this box that I just got in the mail. I believe it's my missing comics from an order a while ago. I'll also be showing comics that I got from this same guy I got the coverless comics from, except those were not coverless. So I had to pay like $1 a piece for those. We'll see what I got then. And before I go, I thought, since this is supposed to be an AI show, but nobody wanted me to make anything, I will show the intros for Friday and Saturday's auctions, since not very many people get to see these. Only the first few people that are watching the live show on Saturday and Sunday get to see these. So here's one of them. I think this is the one from, I don't know, it's one of the days. This is the one from Sunday. And then this is the one for Saturday. Alrighty, so that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. We will see you soon.